Right, hi guys, Luton here. So another sort of news related video today, and funnily enough this is a bit of a weird one because I literally was thinking about playing a bit of Spintires on streaming this week because I haven't played Spintires for ages and it's a really fun kind of time killing game. It's one of these ones you can kind of just relax with and just play. It's a very good kind of pastime game. But it's been out for quite a while, and also not without controversy. We all know that Spintires was kind of the game which was abandoned, and even as recently as, you know, like this week, if you look on Steam, there are reviews from people saying this game has been abandoned and so on and so on. And there was all the kind of, I don't know the details specifically, of course, I don't really want to get into it, but the drama of the guy who was basically working on it, and I'm going to slaughter his name, the Russian programmer who was working on it, Pavel Zagrabalny. He quit the project after some controversy around money to do with the Spintires project. Middle, now we're here. It's another version of the game. Now, a lot of players, I think, are going to be rightfully unhappy that instead of updating Spintires, instead of making that work, they're just going to release a new game, which is essentially Spintires with all the stuff that people wanted updated. And why people are going to be annoyed about that? Well, because if you already own Spintires, they're basically saying like, hey, here is the same game upgraded, but you're going to have to buy it again. Now, there is a caveat to that. If you already own Spintires, it will be at a discount, and then also if you were to pre-order it, you also get an extra percentage discount as well. With that said, I think people are still going to be frustrated, and I'm pretty sure that you guys in the comments will be telling about why you're frustrated about this. Understandably so. However, we don't know the full details of what's going on behind the scenes. Now, I actually think if there is something to that, if there is something going on behind the scenes with this game, like there was some kind of legal issue where they couldn't just update the game because of money or whatever, something going on there. I don't know if they're able to, but if they were, it would be super helpful if they were actually to put that out there, because I think if they did, people might understand, like, okay, your hands are tied, you can't do anything about this. People will still be pissed off they've got to pay for a game that they already own again, I'm pretty certain, but at the end of the day, it is your choice. You don't have to purchase this new version. So let's just talk about the new version of the game. It's called Mudrunner, so Spintires Mudrunner. This newer version is what it is. They describe it as a huge upgrade over its predecessor. The edition comes complete with a brand new sandbox map, joining the original 5 game environments with a total graphical overhaul, a challenge mode with 9 new dedicated maps, 13 new vehicles, other comprehensive improvements. One of the other major elements that I think is pretty exciting is the fact that this will have multiplayer. Now, also they're pushing this to consoles, and I actually feel, you know, obviously I'm a PC gamer now, but I play consoles for a long time, and I actually think this is going to be a game which console players will very much enjoy if they can transition that across. But from a PC point of view, to have multiplayer on Spintires as well is an awesome thing. I think there's going to be some, you know, hilarious fun there, and, you know, cynical glasses off, it's fun. I like this game a lot anyway. I really enjoy this game, and I'm looking forward to being able to play new maps. I'm looking forward to having those maps connected together. I'm looking forward to an overhaul of the game, which people wanted. I mean, people wanted this game updated. It's stayed, I would say, the test of time. People still like the game. People are frustrated that it didn't get updated, but it's coming one way or the other. And, you know, what if they said something like, okay, well, we're going to update the original version, but look, let's be real, we can't do it unless it's a DLC and it's going to cost you 10 quid. You know, I'm pretty certain many people complain and bitch, but they probably buy it. And I think if they're releasing this, people are going to bitch and complain, but they're probably going to buy it. You know, so at the end of the day, like I say, it is what it is. That's what they're doing. You don't have to like it, but I'm curious what you guys think about this. I'm curious where we stand with this, because I mean, you know, with any of these kind of things, there is always this interesting thing where if you do like a Kickstarter, if you do an early access, you are promising people what's going to happen with that game, but beyond that, I mean, you're only to a point going to get into legal recourses, you know, and I don't think really anybody, unless you do some kind of class action situation, is really going to push that. You know, nobody's really going to sort of take it on. Most people are probably just going to write it off and go, oh man, that's annoying, well, we'll just have to suck it up. And I think that's probably the case with this. Now, I'm not saying that they have necessarily done anything legally wrong, that's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that, you know, there is always this grey area with early access games where they say, okay, we're going to do XYZ, XYZ, you know, and there isn't really anything that's sort of accountable there. Steam are not particularly great, we know this, in terms of shutting down games which either don't deliver or are out and out just piss poor asset rips and stuff like this. You only have to look at Jim Sterling and someone who constantly covers this kind of thing. But like I say, it is what it is. It's the world of gaming. This is the kind of thing that happens. Sometimes projects will be abandoned, then they'll come back with a new project, but I don't know, this is such a contentious one because it's not like it's a brand new game with completely new maps, completely new vehicles. It really is the content from the original game repackaged, updated somewhat, and having some new elements coming in and then pushed to console as well. And that's why I think this is a slightly different situation. It's not like, oh, we did Spintires and we abandoned it because there were just some issues there and we couldn't resolve them. But now we've developed a new game and this is this new game. That's not what this is. It really is a different situation because I hate myself for saying it, and I never like saying, oh, games that just get recycled. I don't like this. But it is. It's recycled. They've taken the content from the original, redone it, and then pushing it out, and then basically going to sell it to a whole new audience, a whole new market on the console, and pick up some extra finance, some extra money from the guys who already bought it on PC and want this new stuff. So it's a pretty difficult one, and I think it's going to be interesting to sort of see what the reaction to this is. Like I say, I think the reaction is going to be, people are going to be pissed, but they're still going to pay for it. Is that what you're going to do? Tell me in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys.